Yes. Yes.
So
we finished watching the Xbox One whole reveal for E3, and at least I was pretty excited about the games. Unfortunately, the system itself is still pretty much garbage as far as the policies are concerned. They didn't answer anything as far as what they're going to do with the DRM, so that means all that crap that we know about as far as being always online, restricted to single console, activation, discs mean nothing, and all that other great stuff still stands. They started off at least with showing off Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain.
Tease. It was just a total tease.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not exclusive. Not all the games they showed in E3 was exclusive just to the Xbox One. I almost said 360.
I don't like any of the games. I am not excited for any of them, besides maybe Forza 5 or Dead Rising 3, unless if Dead Rising 3 has time, I'm just not going to get it.
Austin didn't like any of the Dead Rising games because it had time.
Sick of the times. I want to buy a game so you can tell me how long it's going to take me to beat it. I don't think as long as
there's also the announcement of World of Tanks for the Xbox 360. It's the free-to-play, you are the tank.
Call of Duty Tanks.
You are
Call of Tanks.
Call of Tanks.
Anyways, so that's actually going to be on the Xbox One. Oh, which kind of reminds me, the only good thing as far as Xbox 360 is concerned, if you are a gold member, they're actually going to give you, flat out give you, not like PlayStation Plus, where you only can use it for as long as you're an Xbox Plus member. At least so they say, you're going to get 2 Xbox games, full-on Xbox 360 games, I think every month. Which brings us to the next game, Max, the Curse of Brotherhood, to which I knew that spell to get rid of my brother from evil, using evil forces. You're kind of just trying to do a whole bunch of crazy stuff with an evil marker, trying to get your brother back because you fucked up.
So that's what those writings were.
I tried. It doesn't work like they show in the game. It's just not as simple as that for some reason.
Not that simple.
Simple.
Yeah, it's kind of like a messed up game because he's like sitting there what's supposed to be Insta search, which is more like Google. And he's
It's
just
Google.
like, hey, get rid of your brother. The big ass hand just goes snap.
And then he's like, shit, mom's never going to get it over this.
I
Through the
was not
portal.
gonna believe a giant bowl of fruit punch came through the door.
And took my brother. Never reference him again.
Wow.
Reference who?
Dan Cook?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Hey man, he was the shit back in his prime.
No.
Dark Souls 2, so for everybody who's just masochists and love just getting horribly beaten, they're coming out with a new one, which is supposed to be even harder than
It's
Demon
called Rape My
Souls.
Asshole multiple times in one sitting.
Ass
That's what it's
soul.
called.
Rape my ass soul.
That's the actual quote unquote on the bottom of the.
But what they're saying is it's going to be just like Demon Souls and Dark Souls combined into what's Dark Souls 2 and
So it's
awful.
rape with no lubrication and lip dick, is what I'm understanding. This is what it is.
Yeah, I guess you can go ahead and say that's what it is. Ryse Son of Rome, which looked very exciting. You have the whole squad tactics at the very beginning that you see. The one thing that bothered me was the quick time event system, which Sergio kind of explained. I kind of knew, but it still kind of sucks as far as.
Well, it's like having an actual battle. It's so the other guys, it gives you the chance to fuck up, so you can actually get hit. It's not like where it's say God of War, where you can just kind of hit. Someone might get a hit on you, but most of the time you're just kicking ass. Whereas in this game, you kind of miss a step and someone's gonna stab you somewhere.
So it's not God mode. The way I guess they want to do with the repetitive as hell quick time events is just like real life. You have that moment of battle to where if you make one mistake, you screw up. Same thing with like a quick time event.
And you got all the magical javelins that they pour out.
Oh yeah, that's a great one. Apparently Roman soldiers had a gigantic anal cavity and they stored multiple spears so that when in the phalanx mode, they can just pull these spears out and act like almost like a human tank with machine gun and just keep pulling javelins out and throwing them at their enemies. I don't know where they get them from, but that's my only concern, is that they have some sort of portal in their anal cavity. And it just stores all sorts of shit.
Graphically, very impressive. Gameplay-wise, besides the quick time event, looks like it'll be a lot of fun. It's a good hack and slash, squad tactics.
And they kind of reference a little bit of the Spartan when he kicked that guy off the cliff saying, "This is Rome!"
And then, of course, Killer Instincts. That was the huge rare title that was like, oh yeah, we're going to be bringing back 15 games. 8 of them are going to be new IPs. and they also announced Rare is going to be making an announcement, and this was it. I'm definitely excited.
I think they should have kept that one in the closet. They should have just left that one sitting with the dust. I'm sorry.
No one wants to hang out with your gayness, so it doesn't really matter, does it?
Well,
I think it was great. Killer Instinct is great, and I'm glad they brought it back. And not only
Absolutely.
did they bring it back, but then they kept it really close to what it used to be. They didn't tinker with it. They didn't make the characters into something that they're not supposed to be. They kept it true to heart to what the Killer Instinct game was that we all loved.
You don't know that
enjoyed.
yet.
All it is just better graphics. And, I mean, the fighting looks great. The combos that you can do on there are amazing.
Even though the trash talk between the developer, or one of the developers, and the chick was just awful. What did he say again?
What was it?
It was like, just...
It's going to be over soon. Don't worry.
It's like, just...
Don't fight it.
Don't fight it. It'll be over soon.
It's basically his version of digital rape.
Oh no!
You might as well just say close.
Absolutely poor wording, and just like it was so forced to the trash talk between.
And
the
it doesn't
two
help
of them.
the fact that he has a dome the size of Megamind. It's completely weird. It's like Phil Lamar with a brain tumor.
And then you have Sunset Overdrive, which some people were really upset about because it's the same developer who made Ratchet and Clank and Spyro. Now kind of shifting over to Xbox. We're not sure if it's going to be exclusive to Xbox, but a lot of people were already pissed off about it. But it looks absolutely insane. It's like a TF2 Brink, 80s insanity, just completely over the top and stylized.
And red, sparkly, skinny jeans.
Yeah, what's with the skinny jeans? Like,
Does
that make you slide onto like trays a lot better?
I know you're trying to make the point that this is so like not hipster in any way because it's the 80s. But this is totally just the way hipsters
it might not be.
I was doing it before everyone else was.
Face paint over
That's
these
all
little zombie things? Like what?
But it's cool because you kind of it's not gameplay. It's obviously renders, but they kind of give you an idea. I'm guessing of how frantic everything's gonna be.
Basically, it's the characters from Guitar Hero that
are now killing
to shoot shit.
These weird mutant creatures that probably had something to do with the drink that they were firing from the cannon. It just looks completely ridiculous in the best way possible.
Meathead was there, and
yeah, it's like firing the vinyl launcher.
That's where it all went.
Which don't get me wrong, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I like the idea.
But
apparently, orange soda in the 80s was extremely radioactive and toxic, is what I'm getting at.
Well, I don't understand.
That's why
he could slide on the
that's why
trays and he could slide
apparently before Fanta, Sunkiss was just out of control.
That's why Cal loves orange.
Yeah, clearly Kel.
Yeah,
fucking
Cal.
mutated person of some sort.
That's why I
just
love
don't
off of orange soda.
I don't get why you could slide off at the food tray, hang on a crowbar, but then when it comes to the car, he just falls.
Yeah.
It's like you can't land on a car. Dukes of Hazzard.
You see, the vibration that it takes for your legs to stabilize is extremely cut off by those skinny jeans. Most of these sequences, he's in the air. He doesn't really need to use his legs. But once he lands on the vehicle, the skinny jeans...
It's game over.
just make you completely lose your balance.
And then, of course, the one that Austin's probably absolutely excited about, which you forgot about. He's like, I'm not excited about anything. Forza 5.
That's awesome.
Visually, it is amazing,
yes.
but I don't know about this Drivatar that they're talking about.
Drivatar, the last drive bender.
Oh,
Lord. Let's not call him Drivatar, because he's like, this is how you drive in real life. And the first thing you see is another car just,
like,
boom!
The Drivatar emulates the way people drive, and you see like another guy T-bone another.
It's the first thing you see after he explains what the Drivatar
is. I-95, dude. It's like I-95 in Boca. Really nice cars, real shitty drivers.
Yeah. I'm not a big racing fan, but the graphics were impressive. The gameplay looked interesting. Not sure about this whole Drivatar.
It learns
I like the
too
aerodynamics.
much.
To start throwing a lot more aerodynamics with the cars.
Well, yeah, I mean, they've already had a really good attention to
that.
realistic detail when it came to that. That's one thing that always impressed me, especially the high-level customization. Didn't you used to own like a car shop where you made custom cars and were selling them?
Well, the first one, I think it was the first one, the second one, I used to actually make a lot of, because you could customize, you just take shapes, make them big, spin them.
Yeah, I mean, there was like a huge like mod community for doing stuff like that. It was crazy.
You can actually sell them to other people. It's real cool. It's a lot of people have like Wolverine or Pokemon kind of cars. It's like how they make that shit. Assassin's Creed, I've seen one.
A lot of time on their hands.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
I made a Timberland one. It was pretty cool.
Then you have...
Timberland?
Yeah, Timberland.
Like the rapper or the boots?
The boots.
Oh, the boots.
The boots. Then you have Quantum Break, which I'm really excited for because it's the same people who made the Max Payne... Quantum who made the Max Payne series as well as Alan Wake, which is one of my favorite survival horror style games.
And, well, I never played the Alan Wake. That was a...
It's a great game. I literally waited, I think, close to about
like amnesia on that whole fucking...
No, it's like some Stephen King style insanity where
Start off in the twist?
More or less. It's almost like whatever you write kind of comes to life. You slowly start to realize.
So you're a writer.
Yeah, you're a writer. You're actually a very famous writer.
This is like M. Night Shyamalan and Stephen King had a baby.
Well, no, because it's nothing like M. Night Shyamalan's garbage. No, there's no like, oh my god, what
I pretty much quit the break though.
Anyways,
it's the fact that they're frozen and he's sitting there talking to her.
He doesn't understand the whole concept of quantum.
In the middle of
it's not dramatic. It's the time is frozen because the whole quantum break.
Okay, but they're sitting there talking.
But instead of saying you've got to come with me, you know, like Arnold Schwarzenegger would have been a great person. Like, come with me if you want to live, and they just take off. But no, instead this guy's like, hi, how you doing? My name is Nick.
He's got to explain what's going on because he just
explain something to you.
He just pulled her out of an explosion. She's just like, oh my god, what's going on? She's freaking out.
No, I was like, bitch, let's go. You see that? It's frozen. Dip, let's go.
I'm more surprised if there wasn't someone saying like, dude, you're out of time. There's another person there saying like,
well, no, she did. She said we need to hurry up.
After she's seen the thing moving, like, oh, I think that means it's
when they first saw the explosion, like, okay, we had this much amount of time, and then there was the.
Wait, he contradicts himself. Like, we have this much amount of time.
Clearly, the main character doesn't have a shit ton of experience as far as detailing his time.
But we'll see more as far as that's concerned. But it looks at least a lot better than what they showed from the boat shifting and then ramming into a bridge like it was the Xbox One. Then you have Project Spark, which is the project out of business, as Austin and Sergio are laughing and saying while we were watching it, because there's just so much that you can do. It reminds me a lot of Little Big Planet, but a lot more serious. It looks like there's a lot more depth to it as well. You could make your own game.
Yes.
Practically from scratch. Like they showed like a Limbo knockoff, they showed Angry Birds knockoff, Geometry Wars knockoff, and they looked some other crazy stuff.
Like Galaga?
Oh no! I think it was Space Invaders.
Space Invaders.
They all said.
Yeah, you can do like all sorts of different. You can do like a 3D full world game, or you can do like a 2D scroller.
From what it looks like the possibilities are just about endless as far as what you can do. The presentation was kind of lacking though. The guy had next to like no personality.
They were really dorks, is what they were. They were just extreme dorks who found themselves.
Let's rock and roll. Like it's not even so much the things that they said. You could tell it was scripted or just they.
I just want to see exactly how far they take it. As far as like, I haven't seen any urban kind of games like where it takes place in like a city or anything like that.
Yeah, dude, like I don't
might be able to even do that.
Hordes of trolls with like a giant mech golem. That's cool. But I want to be able to make a world where I can just like shoot bitches.
What if you can make like a Saints Row?
Drive cars? Yeah, kind of like a Saints Row, but with more TNA.
Of course.
You know, it's just the way I'm seeing it.
Can you do that?
Almost forgot. As far as you might. We gotta wait and see when the game comes out. They already showed you could do a lot. But with Killer Instincts, I actually forgot to mention this before, but they have this thing called Upload Studios, which is going to allow everybody to be a Let's Player now. So everybody can go ahead and upload their stuff.
I think that just looks corny.
It might not actually translate to that because you have to do it to the cloud. So unless they have some way of exporting the videos, it's probably going to stay in there, and nobody's really going to bother with it.
It's just a way of real nerds to be able to show their friends the shit they've done.
Look, watch me uppercut
this dude with 58 combo.
I have a video that looks just like that.
Watch me do some shit.
The one thing I do like, though, is the fact that the partnership with Twitch. So now, instead of having a whole computer set up and everything else, cut out the middleman. I could do all the recording and streaming from my Xbox One if I ever get one. But again, to do the DRM thing, probably not. But nice feature anyways. Dead Rising 3, I'm absolutely ecstatic for. Love that series
so much. First of all, finally a big shout out to all the Latinos out there. We're finally a main character in a game. And we're not involved into being some sort of like gang member and or drug cartel organizer. We actually play a protagonist, which is amazing. A big win for us.
And just the amount of zombies that are on the map now. Like, you start off, you just, like, whack 3 zombies, and you're like, alright, well, this is just like a regular Dead Rising. Oh my god, more zombies crashing through
fucking
gates.
Fences are going down.
Like, another fence goes down, you go to crash through one of the other sides of the fence, think you can get away. You're now surrounded, you gotta climb on top of a truck, take a cement brick and bash
I'm pretty sure that's exactly why they made a Latino. There's a lot of fence jumping, there's a lot of climbing onto rooftops, getting some roofing done. It involves a very Latino type person to do all the things you do in this game. just knowing your way around tools and household common items. The whole handyman
It looks a lot more realistic, a lot less stylized. Still off the wall. I mean, you still had the what was it, the sledgehammer saw.
Yeah, dude.
Like you don't even have to. The cool thing is, it looks like you don't even have to go to benches now. It's just you got to go. Oh, I'm tied up. Let's do this.
Dude's got a tool belt, including a fat roll of duct tape.
All you need is duct tape.
Usually puts everything together really fucking well anyway.
And that's kind of annoying. That's kind of racist now because you couldn't do that with the white guys, but now you got a Latino. He just
yeah, dude. That's what we do. That's our everyday
white guys
life.
like, where's the bench? Where's the bench? Where's the bench? I can't do this without no bench. Where's my tools?
That's just
the Latino guy comes up. Here you go. Here's a screwdriver.
He was doing that stuff before the zombie apocalypse, so it was like. It's not something that was happening.
This ain't new to me, bitch.
Oh man, I gotta do something now. No, this is like on the job training for him. Like this is what he used to do on the job. Be like, oh man, I gotta reach that part of the roof, but I'm too short. I've got this sledgehammer and this circular saw. I got an idea. Duct tape it. Now you can reach it and saw it.
I'll call your cousins.
That too. I'm sure he's got like an emergency stash where he can just call up his fucking cousins.
Well, he has air
Dudes show up in like Impalas on 20s and like whole airbag system. Just ready, just locked and loaded with all sorts of guns.
It's got blades and stuff hanging out of it to try and part the zombies.
The rims are like completely like sword covered somehow.
The steering wheel's still small though?
The steering wheel is still extremely tiny. Like, just like, I'm here, host, you know? But yeah, dude, they just show up. They've got a full assortment of pit bulls and guns. And it's awesome, you know?
Alright, stereotypes aside.
Before we got that, the one thing I really want to know is that the big deal breaker for me, even though all the other Dead Risings had it, I don't like the time. I just don't like the time.
They didn't show time, but they didn't show time in any of the other trailers for the previous games. Latinos are never on time
anyway, so that just makes it even better. I'm just kidding.
He shrugged. He wasn't denying. He's like, the more you know. The more I say, you know enough. Gia Jose. I probably screwed that up, but that's the gist of the joke. Witcher 3.
Heck, he's blocking me.
You know what, Austin? You know what? Screw you. You're no longer in this video. No longer in this video.
That's fucked up.
Hey, you smacked me at the beginning of the video.
Alright, Witcher 3.
You said
Witcher 3, CD Projekt's newest installment of Witcher. It's going to be completely open world this time around, so you're going to be able to travel and do just about whatever you want. It's not very linear at all this time around. Combat looks very fast-paced. Still looks like it's going to be difficult, but they managed to get that set up rather well.
Definitely a lot of big enemies.
Oh yeah, it looks like it's going to be just an absolute blast. It's certainly a game that a lot of people have been waiting on, and yeah.
I can't really comment on it because I never played the other Witches.
He needs to.
I would play that one.
I think it's going to be amazing. The only complaint I have is obviously you can't customize your character to the T's, you know?
Yeah. I tried to explain Geralt is an actual character from all the other ones, and it's actually based off a book.
Sergio
doesn't give a fuck. Sergio gives no fucks. He wants to be able to make his character and everything.
Make one epic fat guy, as I am in real life, maybe like a couple inches taller, and just fuck shit up. That's all I want. That's all I want out of any game.
And then you have Battlefield 4. So, you know, the next installment of Battlefield. I'm not really...
Battlefield, hands down, will always be a Call of Duty any day.
I mean, graphically, yeah. I mean, Call of Duty, I'm not trying to sound like a fanboy. I mean, you could put them side by side, and it really cannot be argued. Graphically, cannot touch Battlefield. Call of Duty cannot do it.
Gameplay too, and story.
Well, gameplay's a lot more tactical. I mean, I'm not a fan of Call of Duty, but I'm not trying to be biased here. I mean, there's obviously going to be something that people really like.
Dude, you are so bi.
I said biased. There's a difference.
Nah. That thing has like a little glow on it on the camera. Have you seen that?
Well, yeah, because it's like the sweat, because it's still hot as hell in here.
Yeah.
What?
So I'm like, I'm so glistening.
What is the deal with that?
I need AC.
What is the deal with that? Is it just broken, or are you just not running it?
No, it's the ventilation here is terrible for some reason. Like, this is the room that air conditioning is forgotten. Anyways, below, or as we like to joke around, you're gonna need some glasses if you don't wear any. You're gonna need a new prescription by the time you're done, or a microscope.
Dude.
It looked like an interesting game. I saw Swords and Sorcery. It was an iOS game that a friend had, and he was showing me screenshots of it. But it's way too tiny. It's really hard to see what's going on.
I thought they released a cell phone game when they first came out.
Yeah, honestly, it's easy to make a game and just put it like that.
And then just zoom it out, and you're like, I don't know
about it. You know, it's gonna be great. Honestly, I don't know how good the action's gonna be when your character is this big and your world is about this big. Like, how are the fights gonna be? There's no epic fight. There's no fucking huge cuts.
It looks like it's more of like a dungeon crawler, especially because the fact it's called Below. But it's gonna be.
Even then, dungeon crawlers. I've seen dungeon crawlers on shittier systems with better graphics and.
Well, it's a certain style, but they definitely shouldn't have gone for the really tiny.
It actually looks like you're playing. Some scenes look like you're playing Limbo, but on like times 10 zoom.
Yeah,
I mean, zoom out.
Yes. But I mean, I would get it if it came out for my cell phone. But other than that, I don't think anyone would get that game.
You also have Halo 5.
TV,
the Halo 5 trailer. All was a trailer, no gameplay or anything else like that. He's in the desert. This giant like angel mech.
Yeah, it's getting real fucking.
Kind of pops out.
How's that angel mech? Would you say like?
Well, I would say like a winged beast. It's not an angel, but I mean it's like the whole wing thing.
He's a born again fucking soldier now, and he's fighting for Christ.
Kind of. I wouldn't say he's actually finding Christ, but if you follow the story of Halo 4, Master Chief is starting to become more. No. He starts to become.
Jesus.
He starts becoming less of the soldier who follows all of. Like what he's told,
becomes more.
So
he's becoming more human.
Exactly, which is definitely interesting.
Not a fucking clone for the army.
Yeah, and which is cool, and it based on like the little piece that he had, you know, it's going to be a very Cortana centric story, which a lot of people are turned off by that.
That's not an actual word. It's just something he used. I thought it was a real word, and I was very wrong.
Anyways.
But no, one of the things that I want to know about.
I'm just saying because you know there's going to be someone who's going to Google it, like, what's that mean? And of course, some nerds are going to be like, of course. All the time. And,
because nerds also have lisps?
Yes. And, you know,
what I don't understand is how his mask is cracked after like 6 games already almost. And he just.
Because he's Master Chief.
Now it's cracked.
Because he's Master Chief.
He's probably fallen and like got blown up how many times? And like.
Speaking of fallen.
You know, they make more helmets.
Yeah, but
I'm sure he's not wearing the same helmet every time.
Well, apparently he's
he also gets new armor in just about every single Halo. Like, we upgraded you to this mark suit or this mark suit.
Yeah.
Anyways.
This one.
Anyways.
Just because the world is to shit doesn't mean there's no stores.
Oh no, not tough.
Okay. No, not that.
No, not that.
You couldn't even pronounce it how bad he felt.
Because I thought it was going no.
All right.
TitanFall.
Respawn Entertainment. Everybody knows them because they were the major dev team who was originally involved with Call of Duty before that whole fiasco happened. And they decided to come up with their own game, which at first I kind of cracked jokes a lot of people know on Twitter as far as, hey, look, it's Call of Duty mechs. But the more you saw it, I mean, there's still going to be some, you know, influence of Call of Duty, considering that's what they did, but it actually looked very interesting.
It did. The way the mech suit design, where you can actually leave it, where you can go into it, you can call it in. The whole play looked really good on that.
I'm going to make a prediction, though. I'm going to make a prediction right now. That they worked all on the gameplay, and the story is probably just going to be very bland and very...
No, the story... I don't know, man. The game looks like it was... I'm sure it took them a little while to do, and I'm pretty sure for them to be their first game out on their own like that, I'm pretty sure they put a lot of thought into it. I mean, as far as the story, I don't know the storyline, but the gameplay itself looked just fun.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the fact that when you start a multiplayer match, you kind of just see all the players there. It's not just, you spawn and you're on the map. It's like kind of like that little interesting cinematic thing, and you kind of just drop down from the ship. The combat is also, I keep using the word interesting. I need a thesaurus. But you basically...
Since they talk to the camera himself.
Yes, I talk to myself and the camera and the viewers and what's going on. But you have Battlefield... As far as the whole ticket system that you have going on with the capturing the points, which is cool. You also have the kind of Call of Duty with the arcade style. You shoot, you see the points pop up.
I just see the game being too cheap. Like, there's too much, like, you know, like all the Call of Duties are all like the Battlefield with the dolphin die. Like this, you could jump on the back.
Yeah, I mean, what you have now is you have the jetpacks. Austin thinks the jetpacks are going to be too overpowered. But you could probably shoot them around the sky. I mean, it's never really been too much of an issue.
You're the only person in the whole game who's ever going to do that is to actually jump on the back of a mech and take them down that way. Doesn't seem like you'd be on a mech and someone's going to do that.
No. Because one thing, you can go ahead, they showed in the video, you can go ahead and shoot somebody if they're trying to jump on your mech. While you're doing mech-to-mech combat, if you're close enough, you can just go and reach in, bah, just pull the guy out of the mech and just
I think what it is you have to break down their armor far enough where you can actually reach in. Obviously, I don't think you can do it first hand out.
No. It's more like going to be like a melee style attack to where you have to do enough damage first.
Well, the one thing I noticed is as you fire on them, pieces of their armor.
Oh yeah, I mean they're not
like
they're not like the mechs that everybody expect, which are going to be completely overpowered and indestructible. They're more like, for anybody who might get the reference, the Wanzers from the Front Mission series, to where they definitely could be destroyed by soldiers. It's just going to take a little bit more firepower and teamwork to do so.
Or jump on the back.
Or jump on their back. Or go ahead, if your mech gets destroyed, go ahead and drop pod out of it, eject Ocedo, and fall right on the back of them.
I bet you there's going to be an achievement where you actually you choose where you drop your mech is to get it to land on somebody. Oh shit, he's coming. Boop!
Take drop mech. Oh, boom, kill.
No, the best part would be if a character was up ahead of you and he's got all these other buddies on the back and he's coming at you real hardcore, like all fucking badass, running down the fucking hill, right? So you say, fuck it. You call it in. He doesn't see you. He's too far away still. You start running at him like, fucker, I'm coming towards you, bro. I'm coming away. I'm calling your fucking bluff. Let's do this.
As you run, on the mic.
You're about fucking 40 yards away. All of a sudden, wham! Dude gets crushed. You get in your mech. Start blowing shit up. That's the way you fucking do that, all right?
Yeah.
That's how you do that.
I mean, we've already seen everything. What do you feel about the Xbox One, or at least the games?
The games look good, but from what I'm hearing of the system, all the different needs that it has, first of all, from the people who own it.
And all that stuff.
I mean, it seems like you would need a lot just to play it. Like one thing I'm thinking is a lot of people out there, a lot of people have internet nowadays. Yeah. That's understandable.
There's still a lot of people who don't.
What happens who don't? That's what I'm saying. There's areas you gotta think globally as well. There's people in other countries who don't have internet.
Well, like my friend Nate, he just now moved out of a place where he didn't have internet for months. So
dude, I mean, that's it renders your system completely useless.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely.
What's the point in having something like that? Where
what I don't understand is the Kinect has become something optional. Now it's become
when you buy it, it's going to come with the Kinect, but it is kind of also BS that it has to be connected at all times, otherwise the system
here's another thing as far as the internet. Because I know notorious in Florida, at least, I don't know amongst other states, but internet goes down every other day.
Oh yeah.
So now I can't play my video games on the internet?
Nope.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's like it defeats the purpose of having a gaming system, a console. Because at that point, you might as well just have a computer.
Oh, downloading the game. That's even more stupid.
All right. Your top 3 picks.
Top 3 picks of the game's got to be definitely Dead Rising. I'm definitely looking forward to the TitanFall just because I love mechs and the game looks insane. And the Skinny Jeans game is going to be good too. Yeah. Just because, you get to create a character, that's cool.
Sunset Overdrive.
I can't just pick 3 though because...
Alright, because there's a whole list. We want to kind of just narrow it down.
No, of course, but I'm saying, alright, so I'm going to do like a top 4 because the only other game I can see on there...
Start with the best.
Definitely the best. I'm waiting for Killer Instinct, dude. That's going to be something I'm definitely going to play a lot.
Oh, name me 3 worst.
3 worst?
Are we going to say 3 worst too? Alright, let's go.
Alright, 3 worst. Definitely,
Upload Studio's not a game.
I know that's just the software. Yeah, that's definitely just. I think Dark Souls 2 just because I'm not a kind of person I don't like to buy a game and have it kick my ass all the time.
Yeah, I can understand. That's not for everybody. I enjoy it so far, but
the whole the Max, the Curse of Brotherhood, that seems to me like it'd be great if I was like 12. It'd be a great game.
It's something more taking advantage of smart glass and the crazy.
Yeah, definitely. And then the last one, of course, is below. It's
just below the ranks of
every other game. It looks so bad. It really does. I'm sorry. There was nothing exciting about that at all. Like nothing in that game made me want to say, I want to try that. Not even try it. Honestly, if someone handed me a demo right now and said, "Here, play this," I'd be like, not really. You know what I mean? Like not even just a free fucking demo. I didn't turn it down completely. Just not even curious to what that game's gonna hold.
Right. Your top 3.
My favorite, I would have to say, would be Battlefield 4 because I just know that they're gonna deliver and it's just gonna be as good as the other ones, but even better as far as the graphics. It's the safest pick I think amongst every one of them. Second on that would be Forza 5. I just like what they did with the graphics. It's just
Forza's gonna be on
when you see it is just crazy. Oh no, actually I would put Project Spark ahead of Forza 5 because Project Spark I actually kind of like. I like the fact that you can make your own game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to see what else they have to, offer. Like I said, as far as what kind of games you can make. I mean, they only really gave you like 2 or 3 different.
Definitely want more info.
Yeah, and then since he did a little bit more in 3, I would say Dead Rising 3 would also be another one if it's not time. I'm sorry.
Time is the big factor for Austin. It's probably going to be time, so he's never going to play.
I'm not saying it's going to be a horrible game because it's time. I personally just wouldn't get it.
You'll probably watch Anthony play it. He won't actually play it.
I'll do a playthrough of it. Very good chance of me doing a playthrough of that. And
Games
also just watch
that
that instead.
I least like. It's probably going to almost sound as identical to Sergio's. But, of course, number 1 least would be Below.
Yeah.
I would only play that if it was a free download on my cell phone. And even then, I don't even know why I want to play it on my cell phone, which is a small-ass screen, and that's even zoomed down even further. So, I would probably never play it. Another one I would say is...
Also Max, the Curse of Brotherhood.
Dark...
No.
Yeah, no.
I think
What
you would
else?
play that.
Why? Which I say I'm 12?
Well,
Wow.
Let me see the other one.
That's all of them. I mean,
World Tanks.
World Tanks.
World Tanks,
Metal
I
Gear
think-
Solid. How can we forget? Did we even talk about fucking Metal Gear Solid?
We did at the beginning, but we lightly touched on it because they didn't show us too much. Because there wasn't
World
a,
Tanks.
Oh man, I almost
Anthony
forgot about
yeah,
Metal
because
Gear.
there was things that they showed that you joked about, like the whole stealth system of
The
riding on
stealth
the
system,
side.
yes, with the fucking side horse here. Random fucking white horse, which is even rare. A completely white horse.
He ran
With a
inside.
saddle, riding through these fucking, apparently there's these frontiersmen.
And
that
it's not
like,
just strolling. That thing's
fucking
galley up into
running.
the fucking...
I think it's running like it was the fucking derby, dude.
And it started off looking like Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, I mean,
Not
don't
saying
get me
it's gonna
wrong.
be
The
like
game,
the whole
I've always been a big fan of Metal Gear. They never really disappoint. I don't think I've ever had a disappointing moment with Metal Gear. Even when they've changed the complete gaming around, where like the PSP, the first game they came out with, was it the Acid? What was it?
I'm trying to remember now.
I forget it. Anyway, it was their first PSP game that came out, and it was a turn-based game.
Yeah.
Even that to me was entertaining, and it had it was a good storyline as well. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely a game that's always gonna stick around no matter what.
So,
Alright, since we went back to
World
getting
Tanks?
World of Tanks, I think that shit just came out for Xbox original and
Yeah.
just ended that way.
There's nothing special.
It's not.
about
There's
that
nothing
game.
gonna be astounding about. Keep moving your fucking head so they.
It's like watching World War
No,
II.
Austin's not in this video.
Alright.
It's like watching the History Channel World War II in HD. Is what that is.
And I want to say that I think Killer Instinct is gonna be as good as it's supposed to. I think they should have left
Austin
that
still
alone.
thinks that Rare should just
I
forgotten
just think
about
that
it.
they should have left it alone.
They did a good job, dude. They
But you haven't. You only seen 2 people fight.
All you get is a little bit
Well,
better.
they
But that's
should
all
have
you
more.
need. You've got the background. All the backgrounds are going to be
They also
similar.
showed Glacius in the,
I
at least in
never
the trailer.
just to let everybody
actually, you
know.
know what? In the
I
beginning
never
of the
liked the
trailer,
Street Fighter.
they show you like at least 6 characters. Now, just because you saw mostly 2 fight doesn't mean they didn't show you anything. I definitely saw about 6 different characters, which were the originals.
I'm actually really excited about a lot of games, but I have to break it down into 3. And I'd say Quantum Break, because I'm a huge fan of Remedy and what they come up with.
I wouldn't buy any of the games though.
It'll be Quantum Break, Sunset Overdrive, just because it's just the whole TF2 insanity feel to it. It's definitely something I know I'm going to enjoy it more than anything. And, I mean,
That
from
he
there...
loves young boys.
Hey, don't you
teenagers.
think?
Oh, no. And Witcher 3. And since everybody else did 4, even though I said 3 because nobody can follow directions, Dead Rising 3 because I'm just a huge fan of the Dead Rising series as well. What I'm least interested in would have to be Below. This is going to be on that list for me. Not for the same reasons. It's just
Point Blank Below is going to blow.
no, anyways. Below, it just doesn't seem that interesting to me. I can appreciate the stylized art
When it
and
comes
the
out,
whole
all 3 of us will be
thing.
playing the shit out Below. Like, oh shit.
Did you hear how great
This is
Below
fucking
was?
intense.
I'm not really so excited about the whole announcement of Minecraft because I already have Minecraft and there's not really much more they can do other than just kind of the updates that are already
But
on
Anthony,
the PC.
You didn't
It's
put that in there.
Minecraft.
Why the fuck
Minecraft.
did you not put that in there?
Because
Why
I
do we
didn't think
look
we
like
really
idiots?
needed to
Minecraft
talk about
is
Minecraft.
like,
I've never played Minecraft.
Oh, what are they going to do? Give you some more skins?
Max, the Curse of
Yeah,
Brotherhood.
Like, how can you make different boxes? Are they gonna be like?
Well, it's more than that. You haven't even played it.
They
So you
got
don't know.
triangles now or something like that.
And Max, the Curse of Brotherhood, although I wish I could use that spell and get rid of him right now, the gameplay, again, doesn't seem to
How you
work
gonna
like
explain
a
to mom
childlike
how I
game.
disappeared?
Like, Mom would care. She'd be like, did I spend any money for you? And could she have
Did
it?
he say that?
I have all the Tommy dicks. How about that? Huh?
Well, that's too bad for you.
That'll do it at least for the Xbox One reactions for day one. more likely do my PlayStation 4 thoughts and overview later on.
I will not be here for the
Austin has to go.
Oh, PlayStation 4.
PlayStation 4.
Wait, don't turn it off yet.
Oh, what?
Why are you turning it off?
Because you're not important.
No, because what I'm going to say is,
What?
I'm going to promo my YouTube real quick, is that I'm actually will do my own little review of the PlayStation 4 by myself later on.
Alright, so check out his channel if you haven't seen it already.
The Maximus Desi.
And nobody cares. Goodbye.
That sounds kind of gay.